oh, I can't remember what the name was. Daisy.
So funny.
Oh my god.
And the breeder had said it was a girl. And it was a boy cat. I was like, it's a boy cat.
What?
So they called him Mr. Daisy. It was pretty
that's
cute.
so funny.
It was pretty cute.
Maybe I'll reconsider Aiko now.
Yeah. Can you come back so I can look at your eyes?
Don't change the name.
I like the name.
Because
It means beloved child in Japanese. So.
Well, that's the same.
Yeah.
He still is.
Beloved child.
Aiko. I'm sorry. I know we just kind of made a very big deal about your your genitals. I'm so sorry.
Everything.
I didn't know
crazy.
that.
Oh, it's a whole new situation.
I know.
Can I take a look at you? I know. We have to finish your
You're
exam.
a boy.
You're my friend.
It's a boy.
You know, that's why.
How do we know that it's
That's
a
why
boy?
every-
Because of the balls, Mom.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because of the...
There's
I just
two.
realized,
Yep,
too.
right there.
I just
Oh
saw
my gosh.
That's why every cat I look anyway under the tail just to see, like, are they dirty or is there any inflammation or anything, but especially with kittens, you gotta know. All right, let me just take a quick look at your eyeballs.
Oh my gosh.
Good job. Well, our beloved friend or beloved child looks great.
awesome.
So heart and lungs sound good, eyes and ears look good. 2 testicles right where they should be. The weight is perfect. The coat is really nice. No evidence of fleas, so looks
Sounds
really
good.
good.
Awesome.
So typically what we recommend, and we can kind of split things up if you want to, but typically what we recommend for them is 2 vaccines. So rabies, you give 1 dose and that's good for a year. And then the distemper or respiratory virus vaccine, you give 2 doses 3 to 4 weeks apart, and then it's good for a year. So those are the only 2 vaccines that they need really as indoor kitties.
Okay.
And then the other thing that we recommend is flea and heartworm prevention. Again, not something that's required, but just recommended. I'll put information about that in the report card for him. And then at some point, we would recommend doing a blood test for feline leukemia and FIV, which are 2 really common viruses in cats, especially if they've been outside.
Okay.
And so, I would not anticipate that he would be positive because he looks very healthy, but something that's good to know. And then at least 1 deworming, just in case there's anything like roundworms or tapeworms that he could have picked up from being outside before. And so that's something that that we always recommend. And they can even get roundworms from their mom, which is kind of gross. But anyway, I would say the most important thing would be the vaccines for him. And then if we wanted to think about maybe doing deworming or blood work and stuff later, that would be okay too. And then when he needs the booster for his vaccine, you don't pay for another exam. It's just a nurse appointment for the vaccine. So you don't have a whole other exam fee. But we can get you a detailed estimate for everything.
Sounds good.
Any questions or concerns now that we know
He's a boy.
he's told us who he is?
Oh my god.
So when somebody, somebody told us with a cat, when they turn like 8 months or 7 months, they need to have a spade.
Oh no, that's if it's a female mom.
Yeah, so the female gets the surgery where you remove
since-
the uterus and ovaries.
So
and
now
then,
what is
yeah, for the boys, it's like a castration where you remove the testicles. And it can be kind of any time. I mean, really, once they're 6 months old, anytime after that.
Is it required or?
It's not required.
Because I know for the female cats, they feel
Yeah.
It's required.
It definitely, for females, we know that it decreases the chance of mammary cancer.
Yeah.
In male cats, they can get some types of reproductive cancer, but it's much less common than the female cats. The thing with the boys is that as they get a little older, their urine starts to smell really strong when they're not fixed, and then sometimes they will spray to mark things. Again, not every cat does that, but that's one of the reasons that people are often like, okay, I'm ready to get this cat fixed because the urine just smells so bad. So
Like,
or they're marking around the
Like
house.
how many
Oh,
months
no.
or how many year old or how
So
old?
that's I mean kind of the time frame you were saying, like 8 months to a year is
Okay.
often when we'll start seeing that. I mean, like I said, he's definitely at least 6 months old at this point. So he's probably not going to get a lot. He'll probably get a little bigger than he is now, but not huge.
What is it? They're gonna remove
The testicles, yeah. And it's a pretty, you know, for the females, obviously that's a much more involved surgery, you know, to do the abdominal surgery. For the boys, it's much more straightforward and they heal very quickly. So, yeah, it is a little easier and it's definitely less expensive.
yeah, I was worried about that.
Yeah.
because
So
oh my
see,
gosh,
there's a
where's
there's a bonus that
Yes,
I got a
because
pink collar and
that he's
everything.
Mr. Aiko.
Mr. Aiko.
Okay, cool. Let me get you an estimate first, like a printed out estimate for the
Okay.
things that
Sounds
we
good.
would recommend, and then we can decide what we want to do today.
All right,
Okay?
sounds good. Thank you so
All right,
much.
you're welcome.
thank you.
You're
Aiko.
welcome.
I can't believe this. Should I rename Aiko?
Yes, yes.
Well, I kind of want to rename because now he looks a little like now.
You can't
It's like a
because
tiger.
we no.
Is Aiko a good name, Chris?
Her father were known. His father were known. His father were known him for Aiko. So
Chris, should we name him Aiko still?
I'm so sorry, followers of Aiko. She's not she.
Wait, what did you say?
Is he?
Unisex name, Aiko.
Is Aiko a boy name?
Say unisex.
Should I change it?
No, are you crazy?
I got him so much like girly toys.
How do you know that?
Because of the balls, I noticed when she
I
opened the
didn't say,
tail.
I mean, we didn't know
No, because
that.
they told me he was a girl. She was a girl. That's what Tyler said.
That's gonna be so weird, like getting used to calling him he.
Great. Aiko, you're a boy. I don't want to call him Aiko.